You said recently that you've encountered a lot of misogynistic behavior growing up, weren't sure how to deal with it. Want to elaborate? What did you experience?
It was just in the general zeitgeist. You know, I was born in the 50s, and growing up as a teenager, I think there was a lot of hardcore male behaviour towards women, you know, attitude.
Growing up here?
I grew up in Aberdeen in the northeast, but in general, just in general across the world, my experience of being a woman was that sometimes there was a kind of put down and from men, as well as it's really tricky to describe. I mean, times have changed so much and are continuing to change. What was normal then and was acceptable is not really acceptable anymore. That's definitely good. You know, I mean, we've gone through a lot of political correctness, and I think for good reason, because we were actually asking people to respect each other. But of course, political correctness can go into strange places too, because people aren't being authentic. But I would still prefer that people were respectful. Men were respectful of women. Women were respectful of men. Decent behaviour.
Is feminism a better word now? Like, for example, I've been a feminist all my life. I've regarded women as equal. I've worked for women. I never thought that.
It's good to hear.
But I never thought that was odd.
Well, I think I've thought about this a lot, and I actually think that the word feminist, and it's a bit like art. When you say art, people have different relationship to it, and people take a meaning from the word feminism, and they take their own interpretation of that word. So some people feel, oh, feminism is this, and someone else might think, well, feminism is completely different, and they feel just as much as they own it. For me, feminism means the empowerment of women and girls so they can have a decent life with education, with access to medical care, sexual and reproductive health care, access to the things that in the Western world, women like myself have had the privilege of taking for granted. Because when you travel to developing countries, you get to see something often like, it feels a bit like the Middle Ages. You see young girls under the age of 18 who've already had a baby and are pregnant, probably married to a much older man. You see that, but it can change. And just like female genital mutilation is changing now, it's changing at the grassroots level, that young women growing up don't want this to happen to them.
Watch new episodes of Larry King Now Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on demand on Aura TV and Hulu.